episode of the. Wait a minute. What should we call ourselves now? Because we're going doom and gloom again. Oh, well, who cares? I'm just messing with y'all. The Xbox International Podcast. What's up, everybody? I hope everyone is doing an awesome day, man. It's been one crazy morning for me, and while the day has gone by, we still see a lot more news and loads of crazy headlines. I mean, what is happening? Is are they contracting Louis to make these headlines? What are they doing? I mean, look at all them crazy headlines that have been going out. Making the gaming community worried when we. Oh man. I mean, we're gonna talk about this later. Let us start off with the handsome man right here, the Big Plume. How you doing today, sir? What have you been playing?
I am doing fantastic today. What am I playing? I'm trying to think because I finished Unicorn Overlord. Finally got through that. It took me about like 55 hours or so. And then I finally jumped into getting back into Avatar, which is a pretty fun game, pretty much Far Cry with like more exploration, more just kind of using your senses to get around the map, and probably one of the best looking games I've seen this generation on the consoles. So been jumping into that and then just kind of playing a bunch of random stuff here and there, going back and finishing off smaller games. Just been enjoying the backlog that I have right now.
Nice. And that's why when a new what is it, rag ally, reglog, what is it, rag? What's the name of it? Rag ally.
Wow.
Louis Ally.
Louis Ally, yeah. When the new Bluey Ally comes out, you're gonna be, catching up with that backlog. You're gonna get that thing. You're gonna be catching up with that backlog. So wait, where did Sourblow go? Oh, there he is, Sourblow, Rubber Toe, man. How's that Rubber Toe doing? How you doing, sir? And what have you been playing?
Well, my toe's doing much better. Thank you for asking. Lately, I haven't had much time to play really. I've been running around with my son, baseball and all that. But I did manage to play a little bit of Dragon Dogma, and then I had a bug where I would try to go to change the vocation, and it would just keep taking me out. So I was stuck there for a while. Finally, before the podcast, I managed to get away with that, to get out of there, and I finally changed vocation. So now I'm good. Besides that, I did jump into Halo Season 2 TV series. I'm one episode away, and I read Chapter 1 of the Metro book.
Metro book?
Metro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Metro book? That's awesome. I can't read those books. They're too hard for me, man. You're gonna have to tell me about it. Do a tape. I like books on tape. You can do a book on tape. I'll buy it off you for probably $5.
Silence should do something like that. He has the voice.
Yeah. I mean, Silence is. Ooh, that's a good idea. Silence book advice. I don't know how we're gonna spin this off, but anyways, handsome Captain, how you doing today, sir? What have you been playing?
I guess I'm doing okay. I've been playing the real life simulator, the house simulator, and dealing with a dishwasher that decided to shit the bed and pour water all over my kitchen floor. So doing okay dealing with that. I haven't gotten to play very many games because of the surprise, but I did actually get to play a little bit of Hellblade over the last couple days. That was really good because I've still never ended up finishing that game. So now that the second one's coming out, I guess it's time to deal with it and get it all squared away. So I'm working on that one right now, and I did play a little more Fallout 4 this weekend. I think I probably banked another 8 hours in Fallout 4 over the weekend, which was awesome. Having a lot of fun going back into that game. I forgot how much I enjoyed some Fallout games. I will say, though, every time that they try and make me do any of the base building stuff, they can shove that sideways, because I do not care about doing the base building in that game whatsoever. That is not why I'm there. That's not why I'm there in a Fallout game. I want to roam the wasteland, do missions,
silent. Check your microphone, and all of a sudden it went blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like went out there for a second.
It was like. Blah, 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 blah.
It sounded like he was ready to say, Mayday, Mayday.
Let's go, let's go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Anyways, I played games. They were fun. Real life is rough. Yeah. It's good to be hanging out with you guys. Shout out to you in the chat.
Man.
What about you, Lou? What have you been playing and how you doing?
Man, Sour, I'm going to have to say this because there's no other way to say it. It's going to sound the way it sounds. But Sour, I am wet today. Very wet. Because my big water bottle thing where I pour, the big gallon thing broke. So now it's pouring water everywhere. And I had to,
Hold on.
What
Hold
thing?
on.
What
now?
The big gallon water thing. It's like a 5-gallon water thing. You put it on there to drink, purified water. To drink water because the water here from what's the thing called? The sink is bad. If you drink that, you get an amoeba and all that stuff. So
Chat.
What?
Chat.
What?
I'm pretty sure this man is aching for a timeout right now. What do you guys think in the chat?
No, I don't.
What do you think?
I'm trying to explain though. But then, after I cleaned everything up, took the bottle off and everything, cleaned everything off.
I feel like we can't afford Louis anymore.
Yeah, I feel like there's concerns
with less studios to cover at Xbox. I feel like time to make some cuts.
What am I saying? What?
Sorry, Louis. Sorry, Louis. You're fired.
Why? Because of the water thing. Man, then I had to go to the bathroom and I saw that there was water in the bathroom. I was like, "What's going on with water today? I don't understand."
You're a risk. You're a risk.
I'm a risk
we
today.
We can't have you anymore. Sorry.
Oh, used to make blood.
Sorry, Lou.
Oh, sorry about that. But anyways, what have I been playing, sir? I mean, I've been playing.
Oh, Lou just got fired.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What happened to Lou?
Well, unfortunately, that budget just does not spread as much as it used to.
He was about to pitch us his idea of what he was playing.
Yeah.
We didn't want to hear it.
Inflation sucks. So sometimes you just got to clear it out a little.
Well, now it looks like we're running lean. Make some money off the podcast. That's good. All right.
That's okay. Our product will take a little longer to release, but at least we're in the black now, right? It's good. Do you want to bring
should we rehire him?
Oh, hold on. Okay.
I can unmute myself.
No, I send you the thing.
You did?
For you, yeah, for you to unmute yourself.
And I've been playing hockey. I was like, playing hockey these past couple of days because every time I run into Fallout, I'm like, should I play Fallout these days? I mean, let me just run into my little hockey game. I have fun with NHL 24, 25? I don't know what year it is. I don't know. It's like every single year is the same thing to me. But I have fun with NHL, man, and probably gonna start that. I tried another Crab's Treasure. That game is fun. It's fun. I tried it out.
Oh, it came out already?
What? Sourblow, where you been, man? What's wrong with you? It's been on for like 15 days now, man.
I told you I've been busy this week.
Oh, okay, that's true. Sorry about that. Yeah, and you got the thing with the rubber toe going on. It's cool. But yeah, that's what I've been playing, man. That's what I've been playing.
Louis, are you any better at NHL? Or are you still?
Yeah, man, I'm scoring goals. I mean, I'm actually, the face-offs are getting less now because I used to do like 50, 60 face-offs. Now it's down to like 5 or 6. So I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, and I'm scoring goals.
We should play a game.
Oh damn! You're gonna
I want to see I want to see Dominican hockey skills.
I suck, man.
If you guys gonna play, y'all should stream it.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah. Someone's gonna kick my butt, man. I would. If you want to play, I will. But anyways, let's get real quick. Sourblow, tell us what is happening on today's episode.
All right. Well, we're going to start the show. We're going to talk a little bit about Helldivers 2 and the controversy that went on, which that was actually the main topic, but things move so fast, and oh, man, did things move. After that, we got some crazy update. We had the crazy rumors. Now we got crazy updates. What's going on there? And then, of course, we're going to talk about the whole Xbox closing Tango, GameWorks closing one of the arcane divisions and 2 other studios and everything going on right now. I guess I'll bring the captain in for the in-flight takeoff.
All right.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Sour has turned on that subscribe button. Please stow your food and beverages next to your desk, underneath your seat, or in front of you. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt, and also make sure that you've hit that like and subscribe button as we take off. We gently remind you that smoking and drinking are not prohibited on this flight. However, saying that you're wet on a live show is strictly prohibited. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask. But before I pass it off, we do have an important announcement. Unfortunately, just like we were talking about, there were budget cuts that we had to make recently. So Louis is unfortunately going to be downsized, and the upcoming title, Louis Plays with His Crayons, is going to have to be discontinued. We appreciate understanding during these hard times. Sorry.
He's been fired twice in the span of 5 minutes.
That means I do a pretty good job, man. To be fired twice, man. I did a pretty good job. I did a pretty good job being fired. Well, real quick, Sourblow, before we start the show, let me shout out this amazing chat, Sourblow. Look at it.
I was actually gonna really kick you out for a while, but just because you're gonna shout out the chat, go ahead.
We'll let you stay.
We'll let you stay.
Wait a minute, yo, wait, that ain't cool. So wait. So after I shout out the chat, y'all kicking me out?
I don't know. Who knows?
You never know.
Check your email, Louis. You'll see.
Oh man.
Well, let's go real quick. ACK360, what's up, brother? ACK, how you doing? Oh man, Jason Max, how you doing, sir? How you doing, man? Like he says, just remember, Xbox is #1. He's trending that like crazy everywhere, man. What's up, Jason Max? X Games, hello. How you doing? Oh man. Sanchez Martinez Gaming, he says, let's go. That's right. Abdel 114, what's up, Abdel? He says, free Louis. That's right, Abdel. You know, you see, Abdel's a fan. So if y'all take me away, Abdel's going to be sad. Y'all can't take me away like this, you know. He's going to be real sad. Xbox's Pension Pass, what's up, Xbox? How you doing? John TJ, hello, John TJ. What's up, brother? Grant Pierce, what's up, Grant Pierce? How you doing, Grant, man? Woo! Frank Kent, oh man. He says, Phil, Matt, and Sarah are a peanut gallery of D-listers. Until they're gone, Xbox will continue to decline. Oh, damn. What's up, Frank? Why are you saying that? That's so mean, man. That's just mean. Oh, man, let's keep on going down this beautiful, awesome list, man. A lot of chats been going on like crazy. Cygnus, what's up, Cygnus? How you doing? And welcome. Oh, man. Guys, I think that's everyone. Oh, Ray Chi, what's up, brother Ray Chi? How you doing, Ray Chi, man? I hope you're doing good, man. All right. Let's get the show on the road. Take it away, Sourblow.
All right. Well, let's start with the first topic, which was Helldivers. So, what happened with Helldivers? Most people probably already know. It's the first thing was that they announced that basically users, they will be required to use the PlayStation account, which they initially did had it, but you know, most people, you don't read all the specifications or whatever when you get a game. So you had until June 4, was it, or something like that, or June 6, and then after that you were going to need a PlayStation account. I think the bigger issue with this is also that there were countries that they were, you know, they don't have PlayStation Network or whatever it's called, so they were not going to be able to actually play the game. So, you know, that would have been pretty unfortunate. But the PC community, which always wins, PC always win, crazy. I always tell you.
What?
PC and Nintendo always wins.
Okay.
So,
No, just kidding. But anyway, the community, was pretty angry about this, and they let PlayStation know and Sony, and surprisingly, it seems they're taking it down and they're not doing this update. I'm not sure what they're going to do with the countries. Maybe Plume know a little bit more about this, so I'll start with Plume. Plume, does what they're gonna do with countries that just do not have the PlayStation?
I'm not sure. I thought they were going to bring them back, but according to Louis, he still can't access it.
Nope,
So
I still can't. No joke. Let me
There
check.
must-
Still this morning, I still not can access it. That's true.
because these countries, if you already purchased it, right? They were playing previously, so you would assume that they would be able to play it again. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the update on Helldivers 2 is for that. I don't think they specifically said, but my like it would make one of that was the main issue with bringing in PSN, right? Was that what was it
77.
Yeah, 177 countries couldn't access the game anymore, which made no sense when they were already being able to purchase it and play it. But you never know. Like PlayStation on PC, they clearly are trying to make this entire thing so that they can. I think they're just setting themselves up to get a PC launcher. They want to be able to control everybody within their ecosystem, just like what Xbox does when you have an Xbox account now with the Xbox app and stuff. So that's probably what they're just kind of preparing for. It's why they would go ahead with that.
Interesting.
Well, wait till Louis says he can access the game again to know.
Nope, I still can't. It says right here, the game only supports Japanese interface voice for customers in Japan. Well, I don't understand what that means. I want to click purchase the game. Let me purchase the damn game. Seriously, I'm mad about this. But here's what's funny though, Pooh. If I go to Ghost of Tsushima, I can buy Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, that's because you don't need it for their single player, but you will need to make a PSN account for their multiplayer side of the game.
Oh, so that means it won't be available for me. Nice. Good job, Sony.
Try buying Foam Star. I know you want to play that.
Let's see. Foam Stars. Is that here? It's not even on PC. Is it? No.
you'll be one of 12 proud owners of that game.
Oh, man. But I still can't sign in, guys. This is a shame. I mean, damn. I want to buy the game and I can't buy it. What's going on? You know what? What's up?
Oh, I was gonna say, is Destruction All Star?
I don't know. Okay.
Is that on PC?
Chat, make a list. Let's see, chat. Make a list of the games so I can do a research, and I'll keep answering your list because there's a lot of games. No, that's not on PC. I think Destruction. Oh, no, it's not on the list.
Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima has a multiplayer.
It does, yeah, but it's boring.
Yeah, the chat said. Well, Raichi said it's boring. Yeah.
Raichi said it's
boring.
And you'll need to make a PSN account for that. Sucker Punch actually announced that.
Okay, so that means I can't play the multiplayer. Nice. All right. Cool. Requires third-party account, PlayStation Network, online multiplayer via overlay linking to Steam account. Okay, that's what it says. All right. Let's keep going, guys.
Okay, well, yeah, anyway, so what, Crazy, since you're being effective, what do you have to say about all this?
What I have to say about all this, man, listen, Sour, the whole thing that went down, right, with this whole situation, I was really amazed about something. And it's a shame that this went down this way and that the PlayStation community, instead of helping the PC community, decided to go against it to protect what this company is doing. Yet they took it to themselves, like, "Oh yeah, this is our problem. This is not your problem. I mean, this is a problem between the PC community and the Sony and Sony. It doesn't have to do with PlayStation because at the end of the day, if you got a PS5, right? Because if I go right now and try to buy Helldivers on PS5, I can go buy it. On my PS5, I can go buy it without any problems. I can buy it right now if I want to, no issues. So why do y'all take this personal instead of saying, okay, let me help the PC community to enjoy this game? Because listen, at the end of the day, if you guys don't understand how business works, who is the one losing money? Who is losing the money? Is it the PC players? No, it's Sony that's losing the money because the PC players are going to come back and say, give me my money back. I want my refund. So with the negative reviews, right, that were out, that was like 287,000. What's up?
I think you're a little mistaken. PlayStation don't do refunds after you once
Well,
you once
on
you
Steam.
download it, you're screwed.
Well, no. I'm talking about I'm talking about Steam now because Steam they demanded a refund. They even told
Hmm.
everybody you can go ask for a refund. And at the beginning it had issues, but then it got fixed and people got the refund back. But here's the thing though, and I was like I was been talking these days, right? I said, who is the one losing the money? Is it the guys who bought Helldivers? No, it's Sony that losing the money because they're refunding it. So let's say those 280,000 people that hit negative reviews on that game ask for a refund. That's $11 million that not only Arrowhead, Sony also lost. So what's happening here? And that's the thing. That's why you all gotta stick together and fight this. Because if you all don't fight this, right? Because PlayStation Community, guess what? The company's losing money. And what would they do with that money? Oh, I don't know. They'll probably put it in their pockets. Not only put it in their pockets, of course, they'll probably reinvest and probably make more gains with it. Duh, that's the purpose of it. I mean, seriously, guys, if something is doesn't matter which company it is, like I said, if they do something like that, we gotta go fight it because at the end of the day, right? I bought this game. I put 300 or 400 hours into it. I give it my time and I'm enjoying it and I'm loving it. Why the hell are you gonna take it away from me for what? Why? Just to get a PSN account? Instead of you guys saying like going out there because some of the guys were saying, oh, why don't you put your PSN account and put it to the United States? That's not your job. That's Sony's job to tell everybody how they can acquire or use the damn PSN account, not your job. And that was a big mistake because there just wasn't any communication about this. Okay, when the game came out, it was required, but if it wasn't working, y'all had to communicate. So when you got the feedback, you all knew what to do when that thing was coming. I mean, when that PSN account was gonna come, y'all would have been ready for the PC community. But not don't take away the game because
Yeah.
that was just the last straw. That was messed up. They come and announce it, and they're like, okay, well, you don't have PSN in this country. Let me take it away. You don't have this game. 177 countries do not can access this game. That's insane. That's a lot of money they're losing. Seriously, we got to stick together and fight this. It doesn't matter if you're a PlayStation guy. Doesn't matter if you're an Xbox guy. Doesn't matter where you're at. We got to stick together because, like I said, if these investors start like this, because it's all to please the investors, right? If Sony starts like this over there on PC, what makes you think they won't do it on PlayStation? You think they won't? Man, you crazy. Of course they will if you let them do that. Of course they will. So we got to fight so that doesn't proceed anywhere else. So yeah, it's a shame that they did that. Real shame. I'm
Yeah.
It's sad that the patient community went out to defend this whole thing. Like, yeah, all you need is a PSN account. It's not anymore about the PSN account. It's about that you took away the game, which is worse. It's a lot worse than that. Seriously, man, shameful,
That,
shameful, shameful.
that's a great point, though.
Hmm.
I want to shout out real quick. Did saw a developer in Twitter make a post, and he had like a very good solution. Wow, I don't remember the name, so sorry about that. But he did say what something that they could have done was if you access the game with the PlayStation account, you get like they could have made like you get like extra cosmetic bonuses or something like that, and that way you're kind of giving them the option, but don't make it like mandatory. I
Yeah,
feel like that could have been much better.
and if you do make it mandatory, Sourblow, explain how you can use it in these countries that you're not allowed the PSN account. Because
Yeah,
there's always ways. There's always ways. There's always ways. I mean, if you want to show the investors that the player base, right? Because that's right now what you're looking for. That what's the word? Because every time I hear the word Mao, I think about this place here in Dominican that they sell tires. Literally, it's called Mao. No joke. It's called Mao. But if you guys want to show these investors these numbers, find a way to get them for those guys to have an access to it. You had
So
the time to do it. Damn.
my question is like, because I've never played an Xbox game via Steam.
Yeah.
If you're playing like Halo Infinite via Steam, you still have to sign into your Xbox account, I believe.
I don't
uh,
know.
Or do you?
nah,
I don't know if
I
anyone has in the chat or.
Someone in
but
the chat will probably have to tell us.
Yeah.
I believe you can skip it. It gives you the
Okay.
option. I
If you're
believe.
playing, even so, okay.
For myself, if I've played any Xbox ones on the PC, I've usually done it through the Xbox launcher. So
me too.
I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah.
not certain on that one.
That's a
Yeah,
good
me too.
question though. That's a good
Because
question.
that's that to me, that's like, I feel like that's the comparison because, well, PlayStation, when they make their PC launcher, I mean, they're gonna follow some sort of way that they want to do it, and I feel like it's gonna be very similar to how Xbox does it. So, will they, will their future multiplayer games, are they going to put that required sign in? Like you're saying, is that something that they're going to do or not? That's going to be interesting to see. And people are going to lose faith in it right now because of what happened with Helldivers 2.
yeah.
With PC launcher.
So let's say okay, MS also implores this, and people are not happy about this. But what happened with Helldivers? You know, I'm telling you, everybody saw this. It caused a ruckus with the Steam community. So if it did cause a ruckus, I mean that could actually help the Steam community and everybody else to say, hey, listen, I don't want to sign into your account. I mean, give me that option. And I'm telling you, this thing probably changed a lot of minds from now on. It probably did because that's why we got to unite and fight this. Because if you're from a country you just cannot access a Microsoft account or anything, I don't know because I think Microsoft is everywhere. I don't know. I could be wrong, but if you're in a country you just can't access this, there's got to be a way around it for you to play the game, or if not, at least there's the optional refund. They do give you the refund. Yeah. Mm.
It's unfortunate because I think the reality is these companies, they look at the amount of players in these countries, and to them, there's not enough money to be made there. It's probably why they don't think about it as much.
Yeah, but
Why they
listen,
don't invest in it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know because at the end of the day, listen, is money. When the money drops in, man, that's how it is. I mean, I would take it away. I mean, if it's piling me up money, I don't care. Bring me the money. That's what I care about.
Yeah, I also feel that the thing is also like Plume said, there's some countries that they don't have a lot of users, but also what they need to take into account. Let's say, for example, I decide to play Helldiver because Crazy Lou tells me, "Hey, let's play it," and he's in Dominican Republic. And then I start playing it because of him, because I want to play it with him. And then all of a sudden, oh, he can't play it anymore. What you think I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna not play it anymore.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
I think that's where we get shafted also when it comes to like gifting stuff to each other, right? Like I've had times, I think I even sent something to Plume at one point, and when he tried to redeem it, it didn't work because of the region locks, which is like, come on, like aren't we past that point in time? Like, can't we just make this work so we can just play all the content and there's not all these barriers? Like, I feel like the whole idea of doing all this online stuff is breaking down those barriers, and we're still continuing to have them over and over again.
You think that would have been finished with when we got to the all digital era, because there used to be different regions for different physical games. Like if you remember,
you had your NTSC for America, you had your PAL, you had all those different ones, and it's like, yeah, that was a thing back then. But like anymore, you could have both file sets in the same launcher if you wanted. Like there's no reason for it to be that complicated anymore. But it's, I think, mainly just the laws in the different regions, which sucks. Like I wish they'd get over that and get it fixed.
Yeah, look at this. Look what chat says. X Game says for MS, you just need your Outlook account to sign in, which is pretty cool because Outlook is everywhere. That's the truth. And she says also, I'm in Venezuela. Helldivers was removed, but I can use my Xbox and log in, no problem. That's damn. Even over there, I mean, wow, they removed from. I don't understand why they removed that game. I'm seriously. It's just a crazy decision. And still, I mean, this whole stuff happened and it's still not available. What the hell?
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get stuck on the details, but Helldivers was removed, but I can use my Xbox and log in, no problem.
Oh,
she's saying that, or he or she is saying that, like, they can use their Xbox, but it's a PS or a PC problem tied to that game. Then
I think it's a PC problem. I don't know about the PlayStation because I had
it sounds like Xbox they can use elsewhere, just
elsewhere.
not. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was just like, wait, you're not playing that on your Xbox. sorry, my apologies.
Unless you know something we don't.
Maybe through the browser, maybe through NVIDIA GeForce.
There you go.
There you go.
But man, it's just a shame that the community, instead of joining up with the PC and fighting this off, it just collided. It's just crazy. Just defend what, Sony? Why are you defending this? I mean, at the end of the day, they can do that to you. My God. Hmm.
Well, I
Oh,
mean, those players are locked into PSN already. That's the only way
Mhm.
they can.
That's true. That's
okay.
true.
Well, okay. I'm gonna ask Silent something, but Crazy, get the crazy updates ready. So,
Crazy updates. Hold on. All right.
Silent, real quick, I want to ask you, what do you think? Do you think at the end, because Sony said they're not doing the update anymore, but what about the wait? I'm kind of lost. Hold on. Did did are they gonna go back and put the games to the other regions, or what they're gonna do with that? I'm still not clear.
I mean, that's kind of what I was understanding initially, thinking like if they roll that back, that reduces the issue, because the key issue that we're running into, right, is having that PlayStation account access in those different regions. So I would think that like if you roll that back and you just make it so the game's available in general, it shouldn't be an issue. But at the same time, like I'm wondering, is that something that just hasn't rolled out yet? Because someone like Louis still cannot play the game, even with this retracted, right? So it's like, are they still holding on to this? Is there more to the story that they're just not talking about?
Mm.
Or is it something that
Yeah.
they just haven't rolled out yet? Like, it doesn't seem like if this was the vision of rolling it back, that they're there yet. Unless they decide to still keep it region locked for whatever reason. I don't know. It's a weird thing, and it's a crappy thing, because a lot of people bought that game and then basically just got, the middle finger, being like, thanks for your money, I'm out. Like, that sucks. That's not a good look.
Mm.
It's definitely not the worst look in media right now, but it's not a good look.
I could be throwing a pitch to. Nah, I'm not gonna say this live. I'm not gonna say this live. It's gonna be too crazy if I say this live. But either that, another thing though, I imagine Arrowhead right now is probably banging their head, saying, "Why did we sign this deal with these guys? Why we're in hell right now with these guys? I mean, literally, they're in hell. I mean, they're losing a bunch of money. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. How much does what's Sony take? What's Sony take? Like, what's the Sony ask for the game? Because that's another one. Well, how much does Sony take from them? Because I know Steam takes a 30%, right? We heard about this last week. So what's Sony's take for this? Oh, poor guy.
It's probably something dumb, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't think they've ever really divulged those type of details, but it's got to be somewhere sitting right around 40 to 50.
Oh,
Is my
40
guess, because their
40
takeaway is probably only 20 to 30 realistically.
Oh,
That's just my guess, because like with this stuff, usually that 40 to 50, again, like this is off of nothing, no actual detail in my mind. But given what I've seen, they cover the marketing side for them. They prop this game up. They, kick it out as publisher. So they're going to ask for a bigger chunk of it. So I would figure they're probably only taking home about 20 to 30 at max, is my guess.
Is this also a game that PlayStation Studios were involved? Kind of like, what was the last one that they actually helped?
I don't think they were. I think they just did publishing stuff with them, didn't they?
Okay, because like, I don't know if you remember I can't remember the name of the horror game that was from the creator of Dead Space.
Oh, Callisto.
Oh, yeah,
Calypso.
Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, they helped with development and all that.
Yeah, and that worked out so glowingly for everyone involved. Rest in peace, Callisto Protocol. Yeah.
All right. Well, Lou, are you ready for some crazy updates?
Crazy updates. Let's go. I'm ready to go, man. Sourblow. I love this segment, man, because this sounds like it's gonna be real fun, man. All right, let us begin with Hypercharge Unbox. It's set to release on May 31st. Oh man, that Xbox. Man, this game has me pumped. Have y'all watched the gameplay on this game?
Oh
Panel?
yeah.
Oh my god. It's beautiful. Let me tell you a little bit of details. 1 to 4 player online local co-op. Full split screen support, single player offline play, difficulty scare. I was gonna say scare. See, I mean, my reader just leaves. Wave based shooter with story, first and third person camera, classic PvP game modes up to 8 players. Man, I'm telling you, we gotta get this game, guys, and do a community game night with this game. This is a lot of fun. I mean,
Uh,
you're a toy running around. I wonder if they have He-Man, man. If they had He-Man, I would kick butt with He-Man. I'll be He-Man all the way. Wearing my sword and showing up my muscles like, "Ugh." Oh man, oh man. Panel, are you guys gonna get this game? Are you guys hyped about it?
It looks really cool. I'm definitely gonna eventually check it out. I don't know if I'll get it right away. It's just so many games. Like I've been saying this all year now. My backlog. If I don't start knocking out my backlog soon, I literally never will. With how busy I am with just other things and the amount of time I have to play, I'll never get through it. So I gotta start playing these backlog games.
All right, how about you, Captain? You gonna buy this game or you gonna wait a while?
I kind of want to buy it on day one, but at the same time, like, I don't know how much time I'm going to get to play it right here at the end of this month because it's going into the holiday, and I think I'm traveling a little bit.
Oh,
I unlike Plume, I've kind of accepted that I will never catch up on my backlog because I just I hit the terrifying number of over 1,000 games owned in my library this year, and yeah, like there's no way that this is going to happen. I'll probably complete a couple hundred over my lifespan of the system, not over my lifespan.
come on, man. You can do it. You can
Dude,
do it.
I've beaten more games this year than I've beaten for, I don't know, probably the better part of a decade or two. So I'm making good progress. But even that being said, I think it's only like 8 games beat so far for the year. So those numbers are not going to make a dent in 1,000+ games. It's
Oh.
just not going to happen anytime soon.
oh my god! I thought I was going crazy because I have like 600 and you have 1,000. Oh man,
Dude, I kept looking at the number and I was like, surely this is incorrect. Like this has to include Game Pass and like EA Access and stuff, and you can go in, you can filter it to just purchased games. Now, granted, that is going to add like the games with gold that you got for free over time.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, that was probably over the span of that program, maybe like 60 or 70 games. Maybe.
damn. I mean, I'm
Gotta start with the short ones.
Yeah, seriously, dude. It's no joke. I go into decision paralysis anytime I try and go into the backlog. So it's like I almost have to wait for someone to tell me about a game that came out way back, so I can like directly go to that game, download, and then jump back out of that catalog. Because otherwise, I just am like, oh dear God, what have I done?
Richie says on Steam, I have 1,100 games. Jesus, Richie.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
cool.
so he sees it, he understands the pain. Dude, it's rough. Looking back through that library, you're like, this is not good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, if I count all the games I have on Steam, all the games I have on PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch is the most fearful about because I bought 2 games, I haven't even opened them. Oh man, I don't know about my Viola, but it's probably be a little bit big. How about you, Sour? Are you gonna get it?
I mean, I was excited. I thought the whole panel was gonna be excited. We were gonna play it together, but now I'm kind of disappointed. Now I
Dude,
don't know if I want to get it.
If
Day
you're
one.
gonna get it, I will.
So what if I get
Oh,
it?
there.
No.
No. Just kidding,
We're,
Lou.
we're we're severing ties with you. We heard that you said bad things about
Yeah.
us after we fired you, so we're bouncing you. Sorry about that.
No, I never said anything
No,
bad.
but it would be cool
Yeah.
if we can all play it, find time. I also think it's a game that it's not like super like I could feel like we could play a few matches and it could probably go quick.
Yeah.
So it probably could be fun. It's not like a game that you really got to dedicate a whole bunch of time.
I'll give you all my take real quick before I continue because we got lots of stuff to mention right there, right? There's an issue with me right there because man, after I mean it's coming out on May 31st, right? So after that, 4 days later comes the game I'm actually working up to play. I mean I want to play this game, Killer Clowns. I mean, Killer Clowns comes out on June 4th, and that's the game. I'm going nuts about. I want to play Killer Clowns. I mean, especially after I saw that showcase. Oh my god, I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped for that game. So yeah, it's gonna be hard. I'm thinking about it, but if I can, probably get along the way. But if you guys get it, yep, I'll jump into it. But just remember, June 4th, I'm gone. I'm going Killer Clown mode. Oh man, let's continue. Oh man, this game. This game, there's only one thing that really broke my heart that is gonna come out at PC first. Man, man, man. Either way, I will go buy it. I'll buy it on PC, then I'll buy it on console because I got. Listen, it's Terminator Survivors. Who in the hell would not want to play Terminator, man? Terminators are such good games,
Yeah,
man.
that game looks good.
That was good, man. That was good. I mean, it's the single player. You got the T-800 hunting you down, man. That's got to be intense. You got Arnie coming after you. Oh man, Lord Answers of the first two films. That's insane. Single player offline mode, multiplayer, co-op with 3 players. Oh my god, that's got to be a blast. Shooting down T-600s and all the Terminator, everything is gonna come after you. That's gonna be insane. First person shooter on Unreal 5. Oh man. Factions and territory, new and iconic faces, customable base. Oh my god,
I,
that sounds like a fun game.
I have a question about this.
All right,
Um, okay, so the T-800 is only gonna hunt you on the single player mode. Like, if you play co-op, it won't hunt us down. For example, if we decide to play this game.
I think it will because I think the co-op is to play the game. I think it has to be. I mean,
I
that's why it's
mean,
co-op.
I hope so because that was one of the main part that got me excited.
It seems like that's the main mechanic of the game, right? Is like that T8 or T800 chasing you constantly, like when you're playing the Resident Evil 2 and 3, right? And you've got the enemy like constantly just following you everywhere, no matter what. I'm
Yeah,
guessing that's what it is. But I do have a question for you, and I don't know if you know the info on this one. Please tell me that they got Schwarzenegger to come back and do voicing for T800.
Oh, oh
Like
my god,
that would be amazing. I'm guessing it's outside of their budget, but at the same time, you got to keep in mind, right? Like back when Ilphonic did Predator Hunting Grounds, they did get Schwarzenegger in for voice work for Dutch. So it's happened before. He has jumped in and done things like this before. If that happened, that would be freaking awesome.
Yes, or probably get the guy who did it on Mortal Kombat. That was a good voiceover.
No,
Nah.
no, it wasn't.
I was kidding.
Dude,
Oh,
it sounded like the dude at the corner of the street that like does it for like 50 cent like bonuses and tips and stuff. Like it was not great. It was
I
not
know,
great voice work.
it sounded bad. It sounded bad. I don't know why they did that, but Stallone did the voiceover, right? He did do it for the game, didn't he? For
Yes,
Rambo. Yeah, he did. So,
yeah, he did.
seriously, I don't know what happened there, but this was my
Yeah.
guy.
You know what? I hope they add to the multiplayer. If it has the feature, what's that feature called where like you can roam around and you guys don't have to be like in the same place. Something
You're
tethering.
talking about how it's not tethered, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not tethered. If it has that, and then for update like down the line, they can add T-1000, and then he can attack anyone like randomly, like go after like he doesn't necessarily have to, chase the host or. I think that would make a pretty cool mechanic.
Why would you want T-1000 chasing after you, man? Come on, Sourblow. We cannot.
What do you mean?
How can you defeat T-1000 with those weapons, man? I mean, I imagine that's going to be regular weapons. I don't know if you're going to use the laser weapons because with laser weapons you can take down T-800s, but with regular guns, those things can take. I mean, we saw what happened in Terminator movies. You need probably that big what's that sniper rifle called the 50 caliber one. It starts with a B. Beret. Yeah, it's beret, right? I don't know.
But that's the point, Lou. Like
Uh.
it makes it make it like pretty hard. You have to.
Pause.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is really gearing up towards getting bounced out of this show all over again.
Hey, I had to get some revenge. Sorry about this.
Wow.
Make it difficult,
Okay.
right? Make it difficult,
All right, that's
and you probably have to do something like in order to actually defeat the T-1000, kind of like in the movie.
Just use that.
But yeah, but Plume, I see you there laughing. You have anything to say about?
Dude, I can't even really be too angry about that because he actually got it pretty good.
Yes.
No, I got nothing to add other than I got my serious face on and people are telling me to smile. So I gotta start smiling.
Pixel's calling you out.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm good.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
You know what's funny, real quick.
What's up?
Plume wrote in the chat. He wrote, "I'm concentrating." when I went to play softball and I got the thing, my son went to me and said, "Dad, you gotta concentrate," because I always tell him he has to concentrate when he's batting. So he was kind of poking fun at me.
That's what happens. You break your toe or don't concentrate.
Yeah, I mean, this man goes out in the field thinking he got rubber toes. The ball's gonna bounce off his toes. That's why he got the nickname Rubber Toes. Oh man, let's continue. We're having a lot of fun today. Oh man, new info on Space Marine 2 as per art book leak. Oh man, Space Marine 2. My God, man, I have one. I still have to play it and beat it, man. And if people have told me this is like a Gears of War type of thing, is that true, guys? Space Marine.
I don't think
It's like a third person action, like close camera.
But it's
It's
not
a
like
phenomenal game.
it's not like a cover up, right?
There is
Oh,
cover.
there is. Okay.
Oh man. It has multiplayer PvP mode classes, custom banner and clan, base of operations, upgrade character, weapon and vehicles, boss character, Chaos Marines, and what is that? Tyrannus review. What's a Tyrannus? Sorry, you really play Warhammer. What's a Tyrannus?
No,
You don't know?
I think I played the RTS way back. I think that's kind of like a
Look, why
not a
don't
class, like it's like how there's for example for Warcraft, for example, the RTS. You have the orcs, you have the humans, you have the night elves, etc. Like it's its own. What's the name of it? Like race, like its own race. That's what I think.
Oh, it's an alien. Okay, that's it. I just looked for it on Google. Google helps everything. It's a
Oh,
big
there you
alien.
go.
It's a big alien with claws, man. That's a big thing. I mean, we gotta fight that thing. Holy moly, Jesus! Oh man, oh man. And before I continue with the last one, anything you guys want to add to this, or just should I continue to Warhammer? I mean, not Warhammer, Space Marine 2. Well, it's called Warhammer. It's the same thing.
It looks really good. It
It's
looks
looking really-
phenomenal. Yeah,
Oh,
like first one was really good. But yeah, no, it's not like Gears, like in the same way it plays. It's more like three person action, but you can use like different cover, different methods and stuff. But the first one was very good. I would even recommend checking out the first one from 360 if you've never played it before. And the second one, I don't know if you've seen the graphics and stuff and the gameplay of it, but man, that game looks like it's going to be a hit this year.
They do have a blade that has like a saw motion thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like Gears
There's
with
like
the saw.
Yeah, there's like action and yeah.
Oh,
There's
man.
like the
You getting me pumped, Plume. You're getting me pumped. I mean, I'm about to jump. How long is it? Is it long, or is it a linear gameplay, or is it a big?
it wasn't long, no. I think it was like 10, 15 hours. The first one wasn't too long.
Okay,
If I remember correctly, I played it back on the 360 and I loved it.
that's the type of game I love to play nowadays. 15-hour game, just go forward, shoot, blow things up. That's beautiful. Just like back in the day action movies. The plot was dumb. It was all about shooting and blowing up stuff. That's how I love it. That's how I love it. All right, let's continue. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, it hasn't been that much news, and I'm glad Sourblow put this on the
Hey,
thing. What?
Louis, before you jump on to the next one, do you want to get
Yeah,
that
I
member?
will. Yep, sir. I'm going to jump into it.
Cool.
John TJ, member for 2 months, first class. He says, "Thank you, John TJ, for supporting us." Hey, Robertos, you should have concentrated. Laugh out loud. The investors are putting pressure on Phil Spencer. Do you guys think COD will be in Game Pass? That we're gonna get, TJ. We're gonna answer you that question right after we're done with my crazy updates. We're gonna jump into that because we're just gonna flat out, I think, talk for an hour about that because man, we got loads of stuff to deal with. Man. Oh, baby. Last but not least, so we can go on to that topic because, man, TJ wants that answer. Some new details for Jet Set Radio reboot by Sega Atlas Insider Midori. Remake to launch by the end of 2020. Damn, that's a long time. Why 2026? Okay. Codenamed Freedom, developed in Unreal 5, mix of original staff and some RGG studio staff are working on this IP. That's awesome. That's awesome. Jet Set Radio, did not play it back in the day, guys, so don't shame me. Don't shame me about that. But I'm glad that they're, damn it. I'm glad they're making it because now I can play it and talk about it. So the guys that you had, so panel, if you guys have played it, anything to say about this?
I think Silent played it, right? Silent?
Played the original?
Yeah, Jet Set
Yes.
Radio.
Yes. Yeah, I played that a bit. It wasn't very much. It wasn't very much my thing. Like it was cool. I never really was a big fan of the art style back then. I'm sure if I went back to it and played around with it now, I'd probably like it more. But it caught me. It caught me at a time when I was like way too focused on playing like Rainbow Six 3, Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. I was playing those games a bunch online, and so like Jet Set didn't really hold my attention for very long, just because every time that I got ready to play anything that wasn't a multiplayer game, everyone was always pulling me back on to play more like Rainbow Six or Jedi Academy or whatever. So I realistically need to go back and play that game and give it another chance. I'm excited that they're doing a sequel, or well, a reboot, because I know that it's got a massive following. Um, I You know what? That's actually a prime example of like back when they used to do those add-ins in the box, because you had the Sega GT 2002, I think it was,
Yeah.
and you also had Jet Set on the combo disc or whatever. And that game did really well because of that. I think like it did pretty well on its own, but I think that like additional viral uh, release out throughout like the console system definitely helped him out quite a bit. So it'd be cool.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sour, pitching it back to you. Let's get into the topic in hand.
Wait, you didn't ask Plume if he played it.
Oh, Boom, did you play it?
Yeah, I had that combo Sega GT Jet Set Radio Future disc when I got my OG Xbox. So I enjoyed it. It's a fun game. It's like that's my style of game, just like arcadey, fun, actiony stuff. But so it was a great game. I'm really excited for the remake or reboot or whatever it's called, because I believe they're doing it in Unreal Engine 5, and
Yep.
they've shown off some like quick like screenshots or just small snippets of the gameplay, and it looks like it's just a huge upgrade from the OG version. So I'm pretty excited for that. And there's another game that came out. I have this again, my backlog. I still have like the game. I bought it physical. Bomb Rush Cyber Funk or something, whatever it's called. It's like spiritual successor to, which I need to get to and
Yeah.
play. So I'll be playing that soon too.
All right.
That one was really good. I actually did play a little bit of that one.
I haven't even opened
Wait.
it. I got to get into it.
Wasn't that game available for Dreamcast? Back in the day?
Jet Set?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was.
Think so.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. It was brought from because with Dreamcast, no more, right?
Died an untimely death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think actually GT might have been on Dreamcast also. You got to think about it too, though. Like that was the time where you had a bunch of Sega folks that were actually working very close with Microsoft. So it makes a lot of sense that some of those ones ended up working the way that they did. I think that's like how the relationship is with Sega now, right? Is like a lot of stuff coming from them. Versus like there for a while there was kind of like an absence of Sega and Atlas and stuff like that. So it's good to see that relationship coming back.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Now I'm looking for it on eBay to buy it. Oh crap, it's expensive.
Yeah.
The Dreamcast version.
Yeah, Dreamcast version. Yeah, so I can try it out, play it. I got an original Dreamcast down there. I even have an OG TV. It's heavy. You know, I got to move with the little cart thing because it's too
Oh,
heavy.
the CRT, yeah.
Yep, yep. To plug it in there and play it.
It's
Yeah,
expensive now, Louis. I'm looking here, even in
it
Canadian
is.
dollars is expensive, so I can't imagine what it is. And
Oh
what
man,
are you paying?
in pesos,
Pesos?
it said it was 2,000 something pesos. How much is it?
2000.
Yeah, that's
No,
not
it's even expensive now. Like on eBay, you're getting copies from like $65, $80, $100.
damn. I'll wait for the remake. No rush. I'll wait for it.
Yeah.
It's better. Oh man, Sour, take it away. Let's get into the subject in hand.
Okay. Well.
Oh,
So, when this news started coming out? Yesterday?
yes, sir.
Today? Yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yesterday.
It's
2
yesterday.
days.
Yesterday,
Yeah,
yeah, sorry. Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I was actually um
Working.
working. Yes, and this information started coming in immediately from work. I had to run to pick up my son to take him to baseball, but news just kept coming in, and unfortunately, Xbox closed 4 studios from Bethesda. Um, Within those studios, we have Alpha Dog, we have Roundhouse. Well, which one was Roundhouse? Was the one that they combined,
Yeah.
or was it? It was Roundhouse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Roundhouse they kind of combined it with Cinemax Online, but they closed Alpha Dog, Arcane Leon, right?
No, Austin.
Oh,
Arcade
Austin, Arcade Austin. My bad. Oh,
Yeah,
Austin,
Leon
Austin.
is the one that stayed. Austin, so yeah,
I always
that
get
would-
them confused.
that would have
Okay.
really sucked because they're the ones doing Blade. Oof.
Oh yeah, and Tango Gameworks, which wow. Um, I first I was in shock. I was like, this can't be true. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, I don't know what you guys. What was your guys' initial thought? Let's start with that, and then we'll start moving because there's a lot of information. But before I pitch it to one of you guys, yeah, like I said, I thought this wasn't real, and the first thing that came to mind is like, man, Tango Gamework, Hi-Fi Rush, Ghostwire, which I love. I don't know what's going on, but Plume, since you cover this in your channel, what can you tell us about all this?
Well, yeah, no, I was like you. I was in shock when I first saw it. Mainly again because of Tango Gameworks. That was the big one for me. It didn't make sense. Still really doesn't make any sense to
No.
me. Just kind of seems like a knee-jerk decision because they needed resources and money and all this type of stuff. So they just go with these smaller studios and games that probably didn't perform as well as some other IPs in their portfolio. Yeah, I just was shocked. Didn't really make sense. Nobody really knows, I guess, why other than what we're being told in the media, but just basically they like what Matt Booty said in his email, and there's some more articles coming out now from like The Verge. It's like evolving right now as we speak, and something that just came out was Matt Booty had said that they wanted blockbuster smaller games going forward in the town hall that they just had today. And it's again why Tango Gameworks makes no sense why they would have shut that one down. But yeah, it's obviously it's bad. It's like bad for the sad day for all the employees that lost their job, and they're losing a lot of great talent too. You look at Tango, you look at John Johannes, and the guy who was behind Hi-Fi Rush, he's gone. Like all this talent that they're losing. So yeah, I mean, we'll get into it further, but I'll let you guys give your thoughts and we'll continue, I guess.
No, I'm sure you talked about it in your good morning. So, so briefly, what can you tell us? What was it?
Sour, I'll be honest with you. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear Silence first, and then I'll grab it and continue from there.
All right, go Silent.
Yeah.
You haven't talked much.
I'm living up to my name. Yeah. Here's the thing, is like, I get that these things happen. You look at the market across all over the place. Like all the developers, publishers, like these studios are all experiencing these growing pains and these fluctuations. A lot of people have talked about the idea of there being like that second video game bubble, right? Like where it's going to pop and all of a sudden we're going to see these mass occurrences like this happen where there's layoffs, closures and stuff. I mean, if this isn't the year that happens, I couldn't even imagine the bloodbath of a year. If this isn't when the bubble is popping. Like this year seems like it's a brutal year across the board, but I think, and we talked about this earlier a little bit, kind of on the back, but I think it's more shocking in some of these situations, like you mentioned, stuff like Tango. Tango literally had a hit on their hand that they kicked out there. It did really well from everything we've seen. Like it was received very well. It's a great little game. Like Hi-Fi Rush has been what? What do you want?
Hold your thought real quick. So our app is real right now. Just send me a notification. So for those of you that are watching us via Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch, because we are streaming on other platforms too, if you can, jump into YouTube because it's gonna kick us out from those other platforms, but we will remain streaming on YouTube. Just so you know. And thank you so much for watching us. But continue, Silent. Sorry about that.
You should be sorry. Do what the man asks, so please. So yeah, I mean, like that game came out to great reception, and then to see something like this happen is very jarring, especially when you had, some of the Xbox heads out there like Aaron Greenberg saying how well the game did and how happy they were with its success and everything. That was like just a month ago, or like even just only a couple weeks ago, I think it was. And then all of a sudden to see these guys get like this dev studio get shuttered, and they're like, oh hey, by the way, Tango is closing down shop for good. Like it makes you ask the like, what the hell is going on scenario. And I mean, it's business. Unfortunately, I think there's people there that make the money decisions that override, the decisions of the people who are passionate about the gaming side. And unfortunately, they got their grubby mitts on the decision, and they said, you're going to do these things. And to all those people who do handle the money on the Microsoft side and disseminate this stuff down through the chains, I would like to say, like, I'm disappointed in the decision. I think I would rather see you take maybe a salary cut or not get a bonus and support your employees instead of shuttering studios when you're sitting in your ivory tower making these decisions. I think it's bullshit in general, and I think it's kind of a cowardice move for someone to come out there and kind of wave their hand and be like, okay, we're gonna axe all of these different studios. It's gross. It could have been avoided. And that goes to part of my topic on this is like, It's a multi-trillion-dollar company. You can't tell me that this couldn't have been avoided. But unfortunately, just like we've seen with some of the decision makers in the past in Xbox side, just like when we saw that they had the brain trust idea of, hey, we're going to increase the cost of Xbox Live Gold, right? Like, that was a bad look. And that person, when they did that, had no idea as to like what was going on. They literally were just like, I got to come up with something. Well, let's do this. And it was received very poorly. This is that, but multiplied to an infinite level, and a bunch of people are suffering and out of jobs because of the situation. It sucks. I don't know. I mean, like, if anything, I think the biggest thing at this point, I'm just kind of sitting here with that dad vibe, where it's like, I'm not necessarily mad. I'm extremely disappointed in these decisions, and I think that it was a very bad call across the board. You could have crunched to get that financial relief in other areas of your business, and to do this is gross. And I don't appreciate seeing good devs get shuttered, especially when you had people coming out there announcing how big you were going to be as a player in the video gaming side of things with all these new acquisitions, to then start shuttering those people. Like, you can give me all the excuses you want, but it's bullshit.
Yeah. I'm gonna I'm gonna add to Silent and wow. The first thing is, we've been promised and talked about so many things that this move right here, it kind of like goes against so many things that we've been told that it's kind of ridiculous. So first of all, like, we've been told that these studios were purchased, were bought because they wanted to incentivize like creativity. They wanted to let these studios like flourish and do what they wanted to do. In these 4 studios, there were probably 2 studios that they kind of tried to do that, or they did it in Tangle Game. They created great games. Maybe, the majority of people didn't, bother to purchase them. But, like, they still were well reviewed. In Hi-Fi Rush, like, many people actually played it in Game Pass and loved the game. And this kind of contradicts all that. Like, what are we doing here? And another thing that we saw is, like, Phil Spencer, like, I wouldn't say just Phil Spencer, but the Xbox division, they closed Line Studio, in which they have said that they have learned from that mistake.
Oh, Lionhead.
Yeah, my bad.
Lionhead.
And then you do this, like, I don't know how you can defend this, like.
Yeah, you said you're learning from your mistakes, yet you continue to make the same mistake over and over again. It's inexcusable to a certain point. Is like, knock it off. Look at your history as a business. Make some damn sense out of it and figure out a path forward that doesn't require this expulsion of good studios every 5-10 years.
Yeah, and then another thing is, like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Xbox studios that I'm super excited for what they're working on. I want to see their games. But you have a service called Game Pass. That's your bread and butter. That's what you want to promote, and that's what you've been telling players. You want them to subscribe in order to continue to gain subscribers. You need content, and you basically, if you think about it, like, from all the studios they purchase, like, these two studios were probably two of the studios that have made like more games. Like, they have, and they have good pacing. The games, well, I wouldn't say with Arcane, but with Tango, like their game came out. I did not hear like definitely Hi-Fi Rush was not broken. Like I played it day one, and that game was probably one of the few games this generation that I can say ran like flawless. That
Yeah.
game was amazing. And then Ghostwire Tokyo, I did not play day one, but when I did play it, it ran great. I didn't run into any errors or anything like that. And there's been games that I have played like later on this generation, and then when I play it, I run into bug here and there. So you have a studio that's very creative. They make different type of games because we know they were known for the Evil Within, but they did a game like Ghostwire Tokyo, which is nothing like the Evil Within. They have the Hi-Fi Rush, which is nothing alike too, different genre and everything. I believe you want developers like this, and I don't know. It's sad. It hurts. It hurts so many developers. And then the other thing is that, like, if I'm in Ninja Theory, if I'm in Obsidian, for example, like, wouldn't I be worried now? Like, if my game release and it doesn't do as well, like, my job could be in jeopardy. And even if I do my job well, like, because like I don't feel Tango Gamework did anything wrong. So
No.
unless there's something we don't know about, but I don't know. Lou,
Hmm.
the floor is yours.
The floor is mine. That's not a song. The floor is mine. That's a good song back in the day. All right. So, Sourblow, I've talked about this morning, and I basically sat down with the community, the chat, everybody, just to hang out because when you see this news, right? I see a lot of things go down. A lot of people, doom and gloom, and just saying that it's messed up that the company's gonna go away. It's gonna die. It's done for. Uh, um, Listen, I said this before, and I'll say this again. When you see that just Apple, right? You see their hardware is down this year. And listen, cell phones are a necessity. Consoles are for entertainment. If you see that Apple is down, these big tech companies are down, everybody's gonna take a hit. That is the truth. Everybody's gonna take the hit. And what sucks about this is that not only on Microsoft, all these companies that have investors riled up, investors in there, they ask questions. They ask what's going on, what's wrong with this? Because you guys, the pandemic, people saw the pandemic as like the gold day, it's the golden times of gaming. We're gonna have the best times. This generation's got to be the best. But what didn't count for was gonna happen after the pandemic. That they probably sat down and thought this pandemic was gonna last long, which it didn't. I mean, you got devs going through development hell because games take up to 6 years to make. It's crazy. It takes up to 6 years to make. And man, you knew that these games started working in when 2017. Let's say, oh wait, so since it takes 6 years, let's say they started in 2014, for example, right? But that's 2020 when the pandemic started. Had to delay to probably 2022, 2023. But these issues with devs, right, when that pandemic hit, really made these games not what these boxes told us. These boxes said we're gonna give us 4K 60. It's I don't know how many games are 4K 60 right now. I don't know how many are there. There's got to be probably a few. But when the game releases, like for example, we saw with Starfield released in what 4K 30. Now they're getting a 4K 60 patch out there. What happened? We start asking those questions. What happened? So sales, because people are talking about like sales, like you should buy the game. Listen. Not even for Sony is working because Sony last year said nobody the $70 games people aren't buying it right now. They aren't. So sales is not working. Service, the service is trying to get up, but probably the service is not working as well as the investors wanted it to be, and it's because of all the stuff that happened during the pandemic. Pandemic has been a big cause, a big effect on gaming. Not only gaming, for everybody, even car manufacturers had issues. Everybody had a problem during the pandemic. All of them were losing money. So what's happening now is that when you were locked down, of course you played more. You were locked in. You were playing all these games, paying that money. But after you start going out, you had to deal with bills, you had to deal with real life situations, stuff that just comes by. Like for example, we see the layoffs right now. We're seeing layoffs out there. We're seeing people losing jobs. I mean, they got to go look for a job now. I mean, what happens in some of these layoffs are people that actually play games. They're not going to sit there and like, oh, let me go buy a game and not eat. They got to eat. So with the money they got, they got to go eat. That's what they're going to do until they get a job. Once they find a job, they reboost and probably buy more games after they get the bills down and everything. And the thing is, guys, studios nowadays, because we saw this year, Embracer. Look at Embracer. How many studios does Embracer have? I don't know how many. Probably like half a thousand. I don't know. Embracer pretty much has everything.
I think you'd probably be better off to count how many they don't have instead of well, no, okay. How many they have, yeah, I guess would match up. They've
Yeah.
lost so many.
Exactly.
It's been bad. It's been bad.
Yeah, I mean, look, they cancel games. They have canceled games. We saw this on the Sony side of the situation, right? I mean, I don't remember the last time Sony had a game in production and the middle of production said, let's cancel it. I don't remember. I mean, I could be wrong, guys, but I remember when they did that in the generation of gaming. I remember they said, okay, let's cancel a game. I mean, last generation, the big game that got canceled was Scalebound, Silent's favorite game, which is really sad. It never came out. I had to throw that one in. But yeah, that was the big game that got canceled. But for Sony, what did they cancel? They canceled Factions. They canceled Twisted Metal. They canceled that Spider-Man multiplayer. And I don't know, there was another one. Plume, help me out. There's got to be one more. Factions, Twisted Metal, Spider-Man. There's got to be one more. I think there's one more in there. I don't know. But other than that, also, because people don't talk about it, you have 4 studios shut down. Sony PlayStation closed down 4 studios. It started with Sony Japan Studios, then Psygnosis, I think it was. Then it was the London studio, and there's one more. I keep forgetting the name. But 4 studios are down. So when Xbox comes out of nowhere and shuts down these 4 studios, which is a shame. And like how Silence says that they should learn from the mistakes back then. Um, People just went out there and just started saying, "Oh my God, Xbox is going through a wrong way. What's happening? What's going on?" I feel this is how I feel about it. I'm gonna tell you all how I feel about it, right? As a fan, right? I feel like they have to sit down and do a couple things. They got to restructure. That's what something they should have done a long time ago. I don't know why they didn't restructure since they got Bethesda and since they got ABK, because people want them to go out there and keep on purchasing. For me, I'd rather for them to sit down, restructure, so they can get all their financial stuff up and dated, see what they're gonna do with the games that they have, because they got a whole bunch of games out there that need to be talked about. I mean, we saw a teaser trailer back in what was it, 2020. A lot of games that we still have not seen nowadays. We have not seen like State of Decay. We have not seen any more Perfect Dark. Everwild, we don't know what's going on with Everwild. For Halo Infinite, they promised us that was going to be more campaigns and more stuff into the game. It's going to be added onto, but we haven't seen any more campaigns. Now the multiplayer side, we saw that it went bad for a while. Now it got up. It's doing well, but it should be doing better to be honest. But yeah, there's so much stuff going on, and now it was all because of this pandemic. This pandemic thing really affected not only Microsoft, it affected all these studios, because I'm amazed. Take Two closed down some studios this past few days, right? Wasn't that right, Poon? I heard that Take Two closed some studios down.
Yeah, Private Division. I believe that's the what. I don't know if it was made official, but people they're finding LinkedIn posts that they were being laid off and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And now I'm gonna go now to the main issue with Microsoft, and this is their main big issue that they gotta work on. This is what they gotta work on to keep these studios alive, to keep them kicking. It doesn't matter if you're throwing third party, because I have a theory that why fill through this game third party, right? For example, you saw he through Pentiment, you saw he through Hi-Fi Rush, you saw he through Sea of Thieves and Grounded, right? Grounded and Sea of Thieves, fantastic. They're service games people would love to play in, and because it's a community game, right? Why the heck not? Community games are always fun, but with Hi-Fi Rush, I was scratching my head. I was like, why is he throwing this out there? And my theory is he threw this out there to try to get that studio that last push it needed to in order to survive. Like I said, he probably went in there and fought this off and said, listen, why don't we since we're a big publisher now, let's throw this out there, not only to get the regulators to off our backs if we're going to make an next big purchase, but also to help the studio push, to get the money in. If you guys want the money, let's see how well it does. But it just didn't have the effect because, like I said, people nowadays are just, I don't understand what's going on. They're not buying games. I don't get it. They're not buying. Well, I do get it because of pandemic, but damn, it's a shame they're not buying games. So this thing that's happening this year, it's crazy.
Sam,
What's up? What'd you say? Check.
oh, I was gonna tell you I got an answer of a reason why people are not buying games too,
All right.
especially
Say it.
on Xbox.
All right.
Okay, if you're marketing that you don't have to buy.
I was gonna go. Go for it. Say it for marketing, but go for it. I was gonna jump into that.
Let the man speak.
Okay, well,
Damn.
if you're marketing that you don't have to buy the game in order to play it, that you don't need the console in order to play it, then don't get mad because you're not getting console sales or the game is not selling well enough. Like, you are the one that are telling us. And me as a consumer, I'm going to take the best deal. Is the best deal is playing it on Game Pass, and somehow, I can play it on my phone, and I don't need, of course, this is not me because I would rather play it on, PC or a console. But the majority of the people that are not like what we call the casuals, they don't care where they play as long as when they put it on, it's not like super laggy. So if they have a good internet, if they can play it on the cloud, if they can play it on their PlayStation, if they already have one, if they can play it on their Switch, if they already have one, if they can play it on a laptop, a tablet, or whatever they have, they're gonna play it there. They're gonna consume the game there, and they're not gonna care. They're not gonna care about the playing it on the Xbox hardware. They're not going to care of any of that. And what you're doing is two things. One, people don't care about your hardware anymore. And the people that do care, they feel like they're being left out because you're not giving them anything. Even the funny thing is, even their games that are releasing on other platforms, they play better on other platforms. So it's like, come on, man. Come on, guys.
Like
Yeah.
people are buying. So I agree with the sentiment that, like, if you're told, hey, you can play wherever you want, like, why would I love Game Pass. I subscribe to Game Pass. I'm not buying Xbox first party games at full price because I have Game Pass. But I think more than anything, the reason why games like Hi-Fi Rush aren't being bought and these new IPs that, if you're following the industry and you're playing and you love, and you discover them because you're looking at everything that's being released, aren't being bought. I think it's basically, you look at like the games that are out there and people are just playing the same games. Like, the big games are selling no matter what. So even if a game is on Game Pass, like Starfield, it's still sold like crazy at full price, right? On platforms that it was on. Call of Duty, if they drop Call of Duty day one into Xbox Game Pass, it's still going to sell like crazy everywhere. But it's more just these newer niche games that are coming out, like Hi-Fi Rush. It really is hard to find a market to make enough sales on it, even if it is in Game Pass, or even if it wasn't in Game Pass. Like, I don't think Hi-Fi Rush sells crazy amount of copies if it's not in Game Pass. I just don't see it happening. You look at it on PS5, like, how well is it even doing right now on PS5? We don't know those numbers, but I don't think it's like doing insane. People are picking up and playing Sea of Thieves on PS5 as one of the top games that Xbox put out there. That's a game that 40 million people were already playing. So I think like people are just playing the same games, and we're appealing to a generation of gamers, younger generation, that they honestly just care about their Fortnites. They just care about their multiplayer games as a service games. It's not like when we were growing up as kids where we wanted to play the next new release, the next RPG, the next action game. There's a different generation of people now playing games, and they're just completely stuck in the same thing for years. It's not even just like a single year of playing games. It's like they're playing Fortnite, that's it. They're playing Call of Duty every year, that's it. They're playing Madden every year. And it's hard to find these new niche titles to have breakout success. I'm sure there's examples and I'm sure there's anomalies out there, but it's just it's difficult when you're spending all this money to develop these games and then you realize you have to get a brand new user base in there to play them, and it's becoming harder and harder. So I think there's like a
That's
lot of reasons.
because that's the thing, though, Plume. That's another thing, though. Like you said, that we're the ones who like want to play the next big game or the next big single player.
Yeah.
I mean, what's up with with the new generation? I mean, the new generation, do they want to play these single players like we do? Do they actually love these story games? No, but they want to do is play Fortnite on a tablet, on a mobile, and all this sorts of stuff.
Well, the
So
statistics are out there.
Yeah.
We've seen it. The
yeah,
top games are like more than 7 years older and more. That was out like last month or something.
that's fun.
Most played games are 7 years older, and they're all these like multiplayer games. Like Rainbow
I
Six
mean,
was in there, and Fortnite and all that stuff.
let me tell you a little bit of fun facts because I don't know if people have talked about this, but Nintendo hardware sales for 2023-2024 total 50.7 million units, down nearly 13%. Imagine, this is Nintendo.
Yeah, but they're coming to the
Yeah,
end of their
they're coming
cycle
to
No,
the end of
too.
the
yeah,
generation.
yeah, but that's the thing though, because we keep on saying they're coming into they're the end of the generation. But look, the Switch 2 finally, they started talking about it. When was it, last month? Because we kept on hearing rumors. But even
Nintendo,
though,
Nintendo hasn't talked about it at all yet.
yeah, I haven't
Nothing.
talked about it a lot.
They
They
said
just said
they mentioned something in their financial reports, but they
exactly.
haven't really made any public statements about it.
Exactly. They actually said it's going to be announced, not in the June showcase that's coming, right? They're going to announce it later on during the year. That's what they said. But either way, though, from 2023-24, we did not know because it was always rumored that the Switch 2 was coming. But man, it's down 13%. That's Nintendo. Imagine, like Xbox is down 31. I can't imagine how Sony's going to be. Can't imagine how Sony's going to be. I don't know the percentage, but it's going to take a hit because, like I said, this has been one awful year in gaming. And not only that, this has been the toughest generation in gaming. Tough, what I mean by tough is how are these companies surviving? It's insane because, listen, right? We saw Double Fine. Double Fine was looking for money. They were looking for funds to make Psychonauts 2
Psychonaut 2. Yeah.
onto Microsoft bottom. I mean, if it wasn't for Microsoft, I mean, we don't know if it would have gotten Double Fine right now to play it. I mean, not Double Fine, Psychonauts 2 to play it. It probably wasn't gonna come out till like probably till this year, probably.
Yeah,
But
and
he was
if
looking
it,
for
if it
funding.
would come out, it was
Yeah.
gonna be with less content too.
Yeah, it was gonna be less because they were looking for funding. Then you had Obsidian, which was having a little bit of problems over there. Microsoft got them, and now Obsidian look how well they're doing. But they're grounded now. They're releasing Avowed. Now, what other games are going to release? They got
Outer Worlds 2.
Outer Worlds 2 coming. I mean, they got games coming, right? But not only that, with Grounded, it has really given them a big boost. And not only that, with the Fallout series that came out, people had come back to Vegas. That's also going to give them a big boost. Uh, but Ninja Theory, after Hellblade Senua, they were what game did they do? They did this damn game that nobody. I tried it, but what was the game called? Nobody played that game.
Bleeding Edge. But
Bleeding Edge.
I
Yeah.
think like that's like a different Xbox Microsoft though, because I think like obviously the main thing that's happened here, all of these things going on, pandemic definitely have played a role.
Yep.
The industry shrinkage and the greed that happened where everybody overhired, like that all plays a role. But I think the ABK purchase right now is like the biggest thing, right? They're like, we gotta make our money back, and they're hyper focused on every single dollar. And to me, out of everything that's gone on here, obviously the studios closing is terrible. The people losing their jobs, that's like the worst thing of it. But the other thing is Xbox now basically going to become PlayStation in how they make their games? Like that's
Yep.
the next question I have. Are they just going to be churning out the same thing over and over again, try to make the profit on the big hitting titles? Everybody wants Fallout 5. Are we just going to see Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Doom? Like that's all we're getting now going forward. There's not going to be any more of these creative smaller titles because of how they don't want to take the risk anymore. That's my biggest thing with these studio closures.
That's a good question, though, Pooh, because here's what I'm thinking, though, and this is how they should handle it from now on, because we all know, like you said, the shrink. What'd you say? Shrinkage.
Shrinkage, yeah.
Shrinkage. Pause. Pause. Oh, Lord.
Like what happens when you get really cold, Louis.
I know what that is. That's why
It's
I
what
said
happens.
pause.
It's what happens when the market constricts.
Constricts. Yep.
Yep.
So that's a good question, Plume. So what they're doing is right now, right? They grabbed the studios with everything that's going on, like you said. They bought ABK, right? So now like Game Pass probably did not hit the mark that they were looking for because like I said, pandemic. They saw that was a huge boom, and everybody went out there. What did they do? They started purchasing studios like left and right, left and right, left and right. Let's purchase, let's purchase. Let's go out there and purchase everything we can out there. Let's purchase, become this big library because gaming has become a huge thing. That's what they did. They went out there like crazy purchasing, but they did not think of what's going to happen after the pandemic. They thought the pandemic was going to last like what 4 to 5 years or something. I don't know, but it's crazy that they went out there and bought all this stuff, right? The ABK deal was a good purchase. Yes, it's a good purchase. But at the end of the day, look what it did. It brought that revenue up. If it wasn't for ABK, Microsoft would have been worse. That's the truth. We gotta talk truth right here, right? It would have been worse because, like we mentioned before, their marketing needs to get better. It needs to get better. It needs to get better. But so they're gonna stick to the games right now, popular titles. That's what I'm thinking. And then along the line, once they get everything all said and done, I think yes, they're gonna allow these studios to make these games and give them the opportunity because they got to get their name out there. That's their main issue. They got to get their name out there. How are they gonna do it? Well, you got ABK. This is your opportunity. If you don't start doing it this way, I mean, what are you gonna do? Be stuck in the same old ways like you guys have been doing it for years? No, you got to get your name out there. It's not gonna be us, like I said, because the fans, right? The fans have been screaming and telling everybody Xbox is the best. But if you don't push your market, if you don't push your label, like you got to do it, like how Sony does it. Like for example, you see Hi-Fi Rush won many awards. Tell me, right? Why don't they call this? This is Xbox Game of the Year. Why don't they put that title Xbox's Game of the Year? If you put that title just on that, people are like, wow, look at this game, Xbox Game of the Year. They're gonna look at it and see what's up with this. Let me look for it because now you got the technology, and I have to go buy a damn magazine to see what's Game of the Year. No, I can see it on the cell phone. Let me look for Hi-Fi Rush. Oh, this looks fun. Let me go purchase it, or let me go get the Game Pass. That's how you got to market. But if you guys don't do it, it's not going to be enough for us, the fans, to keep pushing it because we have a limit. We're right now in like in a tight situation. We're tight situation because listen, right? If you guys would have pushed all your stuff, right? Push it, just push it, push the
Pause.
market. No, I did not go first. I said push it, just push all your stuff.
Yeah, push.
Yeah, you gotta push. You gotta
Push
get
it
that.
real good.
Push it
Ooh,
real good.
baby.
Isn't that ooh baby do we don't? No, that's not that song.
No,
No,
you're way
no,
off.
you messed that one up.
All right. But yeah, if they don't market their stuff, how the heck are you gonna get everybody to look at your games? I mean, what? You're gonna get the Sony fans just to look at your games? I mean, listen, the fanboys at the end of the day they're like a small percentage to what these actual the people that sit there and buy consoles. It's actually there's small percentage these extreme fanboys that are out there. You're just doing this for what? Just so for them to talk about it? No, you gotta market your thing. You gotta tell everybody we have games. I mean, it's incredible. And I'll tell you this story, right? My nephew. I mean, I'm mad at him, but dude, I gotta be happy because he's playing video games. My nephew, he said he wanted a PS5. I'm like, why do you want a PS5? Because it has games. I'm like, okay, but an Xbox has games. He's like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, yeah, it does. Because when you came to my house, you played on my Xbox. Oh, that was the Xbox? I was like, yes, that was the Xbox.
This
That's
sounds
the
like
Xbox.
Twitter. How old's your nephew again?
He's 7 years old.
So your nephew's basically like all of the console warriors on like 40-year-old men on Twitter.
Because that's the idea that gets in the head. It has no games. And like for example, for gaming culture in Dominican Republic, I mean, I don't know if Sourblow grew up here or he left to the States early, I don't know. But gaming culture in Dominican Republic, I remember I had a Sega Genesis and I had a Nintendo. And my mom called the Sega a Nintendo, and I said at one time she said,
Yeah,
"Turn that
it's like
Nintendo,
that.
turn that Nintendo off." I said, "Mom, that's a Sega." She said, "I don't give a damn what's that." And then she hit me in the head because I answered to her calling it a Sega. She spammed me. Was like, "What the hell is that?" She spammed me after that. I mean, she didn't know what a Sega was. She knew what was Nintendo. And then after Nintendo is dead, people just started talking PlayStation because they hear us talk about PlayStation, the kids. oh, the PlayStation, and that sticks to their head. And now everybody thinks that PlayStation is the only one that has games, but they're not cultured or shown what an Xbox can do. They're not. So my point is, market your stuff, make better marketing, and you'll see that you will grow. You will grow. Do that, guys. Start doing it. I mean, look, last week we heard that we're gonna do global marketing. We were excited. What day is it today? Wednesday?
Oh, they put out a tweet today. Did you see it?
Oh, they put, just one tweet?
You should go look at it. It's pretty funny.
Okay, that's funny, but what's the global marketing though?
No, I mean like funny and like embarrassing.
I know, but where's the global marketing? Like y'all promised. I mean, look, that's my main issue with Microsoft.
Wait, what do you mean? You didn't see the global marketing?
It was very.
I saw a tweet out there from the Xbox thing, but yeah.
No, the Matt Booty information.
Oh yeah, that's
part of the marketing.
Yeah, that's part of the marketing because media loves to trash Xbox. They love it. That's another thing. You have the media against you, but
Lou, feel the burn.
You know what they say though.
Oh Lord, don't start with that. That was another mistake. I was like, how in the hell feel the burn? Feel the burn? I mean,
we felt the burn, all right.
Wait, so you're telling us to eat hot sauce and then go to the bathroom to feel the burn? That's what you're telling us?
Okay, Lou, let Plume talk. Plume has something
I was going to say, you know what they say, any press is good press, but...
No, not like this.
The question is, I think, like, I get social media is just an echo chamber and it doesn't, like, represent the entire view of the brand. Like, you probably could go ask somebody just... who has an Xbox, they don't follow the gaming community. They probably have no idea. They probably don't know who Tango is. They're just playing their games, right? They're not really thinking about it that much. But I wonder how Xbox can recover from these last couple of days from a marketing perspective. I know you say their marketing's already bad, but like they're so far behind the eight ball on marketing. It's like, how are they now going to recover after another just huge negative news wave against them? How are they going to recover with the showcase? Like, are people even going to be excited for the showcase? These are all things that will be super interesting to follow as we lead up to the next month. Because I think the showcase is going to be really good. We'll see what the reaction is after that.
Yeah,
Stephen Avery is right. He says bashing Xbox is now business.
That's what it is,
and that's what it's become. And I think, honestly, it's the marketing fault, the marketing department, because you have to do a better job. Like Crazy Lou said, like you have to do a better job not promoting your platform, showing the good side of it, and also when you're attacked, like there's creative way to take shot backs and make people eat their words, but they're not good at it, and they're super awful also at their timing. Look at the controller with the feel the burn, like. Come on, like that was not the day to do that.
That probably also came from someone who makes the money decisions up top. So, like, it would be a great idea.
Yeah.
For you guys to enjoy all those games that we're canceling right now, why don't we shove another controller down your throat? That'd be a good idea. Let's do that.
The profit margin on controllers must be phenomenal. They must
exactly. Exactly. I mean, who in the hell is gonna buy that controller? Like, just to remember, like that was the day that they closed one of those studios that I love. Yeah,
I'll buy that controller to shove it sideways up their asses.
But you know what this tells me is that Microsoft is so big that all of these working parts, they just don't communicate with each other. That nobody knows what's going on in each department. This is all that tells me, because like, how do you let that get out after? Like the marketing department probably is like, oh, there was an email and people got fired, and they probably figured it out after everybody commented on the tweet. Yeah,
you know what's my worst fear also with all this is I'm starting to think that maybe Phil Spencer and the team we usually know with, after this ABK deal, after all this, they're probably not in charge anymore, and this is all coming from Satya Nadella and the team up there,
right? And
they know nothing about gaming, so
that's what I'm saying.
God help us.
That's what I'm saying, right? Is like, I feel like probably the ABK deal was like the tipping point, but it's basically like making a deal with the devil. You figure the conversation for buying ABK was a conversation that they had, and Satya probably was like, okay, well, if we do this, it's my way now or the highway. And they were probably like eager just to get this, because like you look at it, and Phil was probably super stoked, and he was looking about all the positives of it, and he's like, yeah, let's do this. Like, this makes sense. The numbers will prove out for us. So this is only a win for us. But then once things flipped and they started looking at like financials and seeing hardware sales dip and stuff like that, they're like, well, we don't really care. We don't really care about like the money you're going to make. We want that money now. So I think that's probably a lot of it, is like they went into this thinking that they controlled the narrative, and Satya was also going into the same thing thinking, I control the narrative.
I think
He
Silent.
does.
I think Silent.
Yeah.
What happened was, like I said, earlier, that when they purchased ABK, like they knew like things were gonna go up, right? They knew it from right away. They knew that things were just gonna skyrocket. But the thing is, like when you see when you sit down, and you see that I think even Phil Spencer commented on this, that but without ABK, it would have been like a 5% increase, or it would have been 5% down probably. But with ABK, they hit right up to the top. So the thing is, right? Like I said, during the pandemic, they saw this big boom thing. I mean, it was gold for everybody, not only for Microsoft. I mean, Embracer was looking for gold. All these guys were looking for gold because I think Embrace. Oh yeah, Embracer did purchase a couple studios while the pandemic was going on. Tencent,
Purchased a lot.
yeah, Embracer did purchase a lot. Tencent did purchase a lot. A lot of these companies did purchase a lot of studios because they're like, oh man, this is the gold time. I mean, our things went skyrocket, but they did not think of the after effect. What's going to happen? And they also did not think how these devs were going to deliver these games on these consoles. Because let me tell you something. I mean, you have 120 million PlayStations out there, right? Fours. You have 120 million, probably 125 million PlayStation fours, right? Why has not those 120 million, like the rest of the PlayStation 4 that's out there with 120 million, haven't done the transition to PlayStation 5? Why haven't they done it? Because I'm actually one of those guys that went in, bought this console because I was sold. I even mentioned it, I think early this morning. I mentioned it a couple of days ago. But I was one of the guys that bought this console thinking, okay, we got 4K 60 on the box right there. We're going to get games 4K 60. But now these games are releasing, right? And they're not giving us that 4K 60 because they had a deadline. They couldn't complete it. All they can do is probably release it 2K 60 or 2K 30, sometimes upscale 4K 60. And not only that, when you see the game, you run into some issues like or save problems, or like what happened to me with the Jedi Survivors when I bought it. It had a smudge problem. Look at Cyberpunk, for example. Cyberpunk came out, and Cyberpunk pretty much on all consoles had an issue. Pretty much on all consoles, they had an issue. And
Yeah.
after 2 years, they patched it up. And you know what? I went in and bought it. I think I paid $60 for it when I went in and bought it, and I enjoyed it now because it was fully patched. So the thing is, people see these games now. They're waiting for that patch, and when they go and buy it, they're not paying the 70. They rather buy it in a cheaper price because it's been way too long. So let's get it when it's a special. And like how Plume says, there's so many games out there to play. That's another thing that affects these games too.
You know, Louis, you're right, right? Like we haven't ended up getting a bunch of the stuff that was promised on there, the 4K 60, all that stuff. I mean, I guess thank God at least some numbnuts didn't decide to put like 8K 120 frames per second on the box or something like that.
Remember that? Oh, Lord.
That would have been even worse. So I suppose at least they dodged a bullet on that one. I don't know. Could have been worse, I suppose.
I mean, even the PlayStation has 8K, and there's only one game on PlayStation 5 that's 8K. That's an indie game. Did people buy it? I don't know.
Yes,
I think it doesn't
allotted.
even do 8K
I don't know.
because you can't really like play
Dude.
it because something like that. I remember reading about it.
if it does it, and if there's a panel that supports it, I guarantee you it's upscaled. It's not. There's no way it's a native. It's probably a checkerboarded thing or something, so that way they can get to that quote unquote resolution.
Yeah.
I think I read it could do it, but it doesn't really. You're not really. It's some weird thing. Like it's not really displaying it or something like that. It was kind. It's on some odd stuff, and I'm like, so why? I don't know. I guess it's a way to market it. So
Because like I told you, Sourblow, I mean, at the end of the day, the ones who are actually marketing Xbox are the guys who are on Twitter or us. They need to do something to market this console, to market these games. They need to do something urgently.
what do you
I mean,
mean, Lou?
it's the truth, Sour, because look, when I mean
You
us, I'm talking
you don't
about.
think Xbox Oreo cookies is promoting?
I'm buying them damn cookies.
I have some
The-
Xbox
na-
shoes.
There you go. The nail polish,
And nail polish.
You know,
Oh, man.
controllers. You want more controllers?
But
in some weird way, you know that someone there is like, you know, people always bash us for not having marketing, but you know what shouts marketing? Making like this specific shirt that no one's going to wear outside of their house to promote our brand. Maybe they should have just spent that money on actual advertising and not making cringy
exactly.
like shirts and pants and stuff like that. Because I'll tell you, there's only been 1 or 2 times where I saw like the merch. I was like, yeah, you know, I would wear that outside of the house, sure. Almost everything else that they had is just yes, Xbox condoms. That is something that
Yep.
thank
That's
you.
what I
Yep.
just read right
Yep.
now.
I mean, I wanted Xbox parcels that said "Power Your Dreams." You know, I wanted that.
Think outside the box
Think
while
outside the box.
remaining inside the box.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And all those
Oh, Lord.
special Xbox consoles that you can't buy.
Yeah,
giveaway.
yeah. Let's waste our time with those specific like
Oh my god.
2 or 3 dozen
Oh my
release,
God.
where the only people that they end up selling it to, they give one off to like a lucky, you know, customer or something, and then the rest of them go to some rando jagoff YouTube like massive personality that like doesn't even play video games. And it's like, cool, why'd you make that console and give it to people who don't actually play video games? Makes a lot of sense.
Steve-
Smart. That's smart marketing right there.
Look at Steve Avery. He asked a question. Would you guys wrap your car in an Xbox side if MS paid you every month? Look at that question. I mean,
How much they paying?
exactly.
Yeah,
It depends on that sweet money.
How much are you talking about?
Oh, Lord.
You want to wrap the house too?
Yeah, so wrap the house if you guys want it. I don't put my window out there.
But hey, let's be clear though. I wanna read those terms of service
Oh,
because I want to make sure that you're not going to close my house down
Exactly.
close.
if the marketing doesn't work out well.
Default.
But that's the thing though. Like I said though, when that's the only thing Microsoft is missing is that marketing. When look, you guys are $1 trillion company. Damn it! I mean, seriously,
Hold on, no,
spend it.
Steve, 800 a month? Yes, you can wrap my car for $800 a
Oh,
month.
of course.
I don't care
take
if
those
I have a
every
bunch of dicks on my car for $800 a month. That's $800 a month that I'm paying less on a mortgage or something.
just to
Like, I'll take
drive. I mean, I'll take it too. Just to
Yeah,
drive
dude.
around. Yeah, I'll take it.
Interesting. When we're speaking about marketing, there was a lot of chat on X today about Hellblade 2 and having no marketing. And Aaron Greenberg 5 minutes ago just responded to his own tweet from 5 days ago explaining the global marketing plan, basically showing where the marketing is. I think he's seeing all the chatter online.
Okay.
That's
So-
kind of funny.
So what did Aaron Greenberg say?
What do you say? Yeah, I'm
What did he say? Yeah,
curious.
now
It says
recruiting.
our global paid media campaign started yesterday across YouTube, HBO Max, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, in-feed promoted posts, search and
Where?
Samsung.
Where?
See, that's what I want to
There's
hear.
special-
Oh my god!
No,
There's
no,
more. There's more. He says our
Okay.
special Iceland creator event is happening now. So it's an Iceland creator event. That's marketing the
Well,
game.
I
Including hands-on with the game. We'll keep folks posted as more drops like cinema, out of home, brand partnerships, endemic gaming site takeover, Spotify, Amazon, streaming, Fire TV, new paid IGFB, social, and much more on the road to launch.
See,
So
that's damn.
so
I'm
so
happy.
marketing for an Iceland event. I'm sure the 10 people that play Xbox in Iceland are going to now buy Hellblade. That's exciting. Good job, Aaron.
No,
You've
they're
done a good
probably going
job.
to give Hellblade like free copies of Hellblade to all the people in that.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Why don't we give them a free custom console that we can spend a bunch of money on too? Let's do that. Sounds good.
Man, that's the thing. That's what I want to hear. You see, that's the news I want to hear. I don't want to hear this doom and gloom. No. Let's talk. Let's bring the marketing, guys. Xbox, bring that marketing and forget about the damn doom and gloom, guys. Stop like pounding your heads. I mean, like I said, you are a $1 trillion company. Listen. Xbox, if you guys hear us, give me the money. Give me the money. You don't have to pay me. I'll do it for free. Just give me the $1 trillion right there for me to do the marketing. And trust me, you guys are gonna sell
Louis,
because
they
it's
don't
simple.
want it to get worse. They want it to get better.
It's gonna get better
Why?
because look. I gave some ideas. For example, I told you one good idea. If you put on the game of this Xbox Game of the Year, people will be like, let me look at. Oh, this looks interesting, and put it everywhere. You gotta be on top of it. You gotta tweet about it. Where you're gonna play games, here, play it on Game Pass. I even have a slogan: Xbox Game Pass, where you pay less to get more. That is true. You pay a small amount of money to pay what 500 titles, and not only that, you keep trending on the titles in and out.
Good
That's
job, Louis.
insane.
I'm pretty sure you just did more than I feel I've seen Aaron Greenberg do in the last 3 years. So, good
So
job.
that's the truth.
Question.
Damn.
Well, hold on. Actually, so Dale in the chat made a good comment. He said, "Now they're shadow dropping the marketing." I like it.
That's a good one.
But
That's a good one.
but something to tie to that. Yeah, we're gonna advertise Hellblade on Facebook, of which your core. Oh, Sour, you're on mute. You're gonna share that game and market that game on Facebook. A core audience of which generally the age range on that is like 50 to 80. And that's where you're going to make your sales on Hellblade. That's where your awareness is going to be. Cool. That's great. Like, what are we doing? Like, if this thing started yesterday and I haven't seen anything about it from anyone at all on Twitter whatsoever being like, oh, hey, I saw this ad, or anywhere else, or I talked to someone, no one said anything about it, like how useful was your marketing?
It's not that silent because if you got the media, like always, going out there doom and gloom and just writing articles about doom and glooming instead of focusing on what's positive, because all the negative articles, what does it bring? It brings out these people to grab these articles and say doom and gloom and get all the. I mean, Plume, please, Plume, please read what Kotaku said today. I mean, that was the funniest thing I have ever heard in the history of gaming. What did they say? That was hilarious. Come on. That's what you're talking about?
Kotaku is an outlier. I don't even consider them game journalists, though.
Exactly.
So they don't count. But what happened over the last 2 days, you're gonna get. They got to report the terribleness of that. But Kotaku's. I don't even consider them. But they're
back.
They're
good for you.
Wait, you guys can hear me? No, I just okay.
I was so loud. I didn't know how to react.
Sorry about that.
Oh man, let's get out of this. Well, keep going, Boom. Keep going.
Yeah, Kotaku. After buying up studios, Xbox says it doesn't have the
resource. The money.
I'm just thinking about the I'm back when I was anyway. Back to you, Louis. I can't
you can't read it because you're still stuck with I'm back. Sorry, Chad. Sorry about that.
I got nothing after that.
He comes out of nowhere. It's like I'm back. Like okay.
That was better marketing than I've seen Xbox do for Hellblade Senua's. Just saying. But that right there is gonna stay with me longer than whatever ad I see on YouTube.
Oh man! But look, right? Like I was saying, Aaron Greenberg tweeted this out. But okay, you tweeted this out, but show it to us. Put the trailer. So let's say this is what's going on HBO Max. Tweet it.
Well,
We're gonna see it.
Louis,
This is what's going on
Louis,
YouTube. This is what's going on over here.
no,
Show
no,
it.
Louis,
Come
you're misunderstanding. You see, those marketing pushes are behind a paid wall, so
on.
he doesn't want to show those off for free. You got to go to the paid wall so that way you can make money off of the ad. That's how these things work,
You have
and
to
that's why he's also
subscribe.
not going to get as much saturation in the market in regards to this actually doing anything. Because we already know that a bunch of people have started cutting their costs by removing subscriptions from their monthly fees. And in a time where costs of like almost everything are way higher, most people aren't like, oh god, I need that Netflix. I can't wait to see those sweet ads on like the ad-free version. Like no one's interested in that. No one's gonna see
Well,
that.
with that being said, speaking about ads, I gotta run quickly, like in a few minutes, because I gotta see that Hellblade ad before it goes away. So I think
Will
it's
you be
time
back?
to. No, I think we gotta land the plane and so we can see that ad.
We gotta land the plane after we're having super duper fun in here.
Yeah, we gotta land it.
Yeah. I know what you want to do, Roberto. I get you, but it's okay, Roberto. I know you want to watch, sweaty men in tights throwing each other up the top rope. It's cool, no worries. I love you, Sourblow, either way. But
What are you
anyways,
even talking about?
nothing. I'm not talking about nothing. Just wrestling. But chat, listen, it was awesome hanging out with you all, and I mean, Plume brought up some good news, and I hope that marketing does happen, and I hope that people start tweeting about that, and I hope that really it just comes. It just comes to spot to highlight.
Pause.
Comes to highlight. Sorry,
Pause.
how has come to highlight a pause thing? It's true. It has
Pause.
to. Y'all suck.
And
But anyways, guys, it was an awesome show. Had loads of fun with you, Chad. Thank you, like always, for all your support. You guys are amazing. And now for our outros, let's start with the handsome baseball player, Jason Biggs. Mr. Plume, where can everybody find you, sir?
You can find me on YouTube, Plume Gaming, X Plume Gaming. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of days with lots of exciting Xbox news to talk about. So check me out there.
All right. How about you, Roberto Sourblow, where people can find you, sir?
Right now you can find me at my what? What
I was
happened?
gonna say something real quick. Remember TJ's 2-month thing? He mentioned something about the Call of Duty coming to Game Pass.
Oh, okay. We can
We
answer
can't
that.
forget that. Oh my god,
Oh.
sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're jumping back to it. See, good thing I remember, so Tia doesn't come to me and him in the head. But yeah, guys, you think it's coming to Game Pass? It's coming to Game Pass?
Sour.
All this
You
stuff-
first.
You first, man.
We're
You're on
Plume.
screen.
Oh, you're gonna throw me under the bus?
Yeah, of course you are. We love you. You got a rubber
You've had
toe
the,
that you can
you've
bounce
had
back.
you've had the whole show to think about this. Come on now.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I can see them probably like saying, I don't know, maybe they have like maybe they have like a special edition that you buy that has more stuff, and then I don't know, I don't even know, because it's like how management is going right now, like they could probably be like, no, Call of Duty is not gonna be on Game Pass. And
Interesting.
how marketing is, they'll probably end that with at the showcase. It'll end with, by the way, guys, Call of Duty, it's not coming to Game Pass.
Oh,
You
you're
have
making-
to have to purchase it at $90.
All right. Oh damn! But run it up to 100. Since I remember a couple
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
ago, they wanted games to be $100. Run it up to 100. That way everybody's happy. They want to do $100. Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Plume? What do you think?
Is it coming to Game Pass?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, to me, we're seeing the reports today that they're internally talking about it, but that makes complete sense. It's one of the biggest game franchises, if not, is it the biggest game franchise ever? Yeah, I think it is, right? So it makes sense to discuss how much money where the money's going to be if you put it into Game Pass or not. So I think it will. I think even if they put it to Game Pass, it's going to sell millions. It's going to be a top selling game of the year anyway. So I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
Well, what if they do this?
Let's
This
see. If you're gonna steal
this
my idea.
the
Don't steal
single.
their IDs.
I don't know what his idea is, but
Ah.
the single player in Game Pass, and then the multiplayer is not on Game Pass.
Nobody plays this.
That's why that's why they want the money, so they're gonna make you purchase it basically.
No, Lord.
People will unsubscribe if that happens.
Yeah, exactly. It was right. Yeah. Oh man. How about you, Silent? What do you think?
Okay. Walk with me for just a very quick, 10-second adventure. I think, yes, it's going to be in Game Pass. However, I would not be surprised if, within the next couple of years, because we know that they've played around with the idea of making these different tiers of Game Pass, right? It would not surprise me if in the future we end up running into a situation where if you have the top tier, you'll get Call of Duty. If you have the lower tiers, you'll get it 6 months later. That's what I see happening as time goes on. The top tier, you'd get your Call of Duty. The lower tiers, you'd have to wait for 6 months.
I got a suggestion.
Kind of like EA Access.
I got a suggestion for the lower tier. They should call it the Feel the Burn tier.
Oh Lord, here. Oh Lord.
Too soon.
Too soon, Sal. Too soon.
G Sour, just in case you didn't see it, G may be in the chat. He's like, throw him under the tow truck. Just saying.
All right. And now for my answer, this is what Louis Marketing Corporation would do. Lou Market Corporation. Yep, that calling the Lou Market Corporation. That's right, Microsoft. You have to start paying me for marketing. This is what I would do.
They're gonna fire you.
No, they won't, because I think the investors will, because I would literally slap them with this idea. And if they say no, I'll call them stupid, and that's where I get fired. So, no joke. It's true. My marketing idea
seems like a good game plan.
No, it's true. Because
you've already been fired twice tonight.
I'm going to be fired 5 times because I'm going to be slapping their heads if they don't do this. It's simple. This is what they got to do.
All right, let us know. Enlighten us.
Put it on Game Pass, right? Put it on Game Pass. Promote the hell out of that game through Game Pass, right? Not only that, also promote early access. You pay like we did. What was the game that we did with Starfield? You pay a couple early access for the game. Man, I'm telling you, people are going to pay it because since they love Call of Duty, they'll pay it. That way you get some money. And also, since you're promoting with Game Pass, put it on consoles, put it everywhere, on the box, everything you can, so that can get a really heavy promotion. Billboards, bathrooms, toilets, even in the poop, if you got to put it, you got to put it there. I don't give a damn. You got to promote this sucker because Call of Duty is the biggest game of the year, and it should be on Game Pass. If investor says no, then they are the biggest dumbasses I have ever met in my life, because this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity that they need to get not only the hardware, also the Game Pass boost. If they do that, and they also say, look, Call of Duty here for this price, early access, we're going to play it 10 days earlier. No. I would make it 15, pay $40. And trust me, people are going to go on there, sign up, and pay the damn 40. And they're going to love to play the game. That's what they're going to do. That's how you got to market the damn game. If you don't do that, you guys are
I think they'll do that. I mean, they've done it with the other games with the early access, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
Exactly. But you give it, put days behind it. Because the days behind you put it, people are going to go on there, sign up, and play this game. I'm telling you, right then you'll see Game Pass boost. Not on PC, you're going to see it on Xbox, you're going to see it boost even, like I said, even on cell phones, everywhere. Because everybody loves that game. That's the game that everybody loves.
That would make sense. Like if you have Game Pass, you pay $30 as your fee since you already have Game Pass, and then you can get this game. So even then, you're still offering them you're offering them a path that's cheaper than what the competitor has.
Yeah.
At Microsoft, if you want to hire me, just send me an email and I'll be gladly to help. No joke. I've got to help because, guys, I want you all to do good. I want y'all to make this console better, and I want the players to be happy because, listen, and let's be honest, Game Pass has been a game changer for us. It has helped us save money. That's the truth. And it's also helped us play games because that's the thing we love is to play games. Because with all these games coming out, I mean, look what the problems they've been having with development hell. You're better safe, with Game Pass to play them. That's the truth. So
I,
do
th-
it.
I thought you were gonna market your you would take showers with the controllers.
That
He's gonna
ooh,
mark it as poop bucket.
my poop bucket. Man, I miss my poop bucket. Oh, that was fun.
All right, let's
That's why
end.
the place. Sourblow, yeah.
Yep.
Please tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Okay, well, right now you can find me at my son's baseball games and
Nice.
listening to my other son read, my 2-year-old. Yeah, that's where you can
Yeah.
find me.
He even reads better than me, so that's me.
No, I
Yes,
don't say. I can
but-
prove it.
True. True.
Sourblow, just remember one thing, buddy. Remember one thing. Wear steel toe shoes, since you think you got rubber feet, just in case rubber toe doesn't happen again. That's the only advice I give you. You go to softball games, baseball games, man. But yeah, Captain, handsome Captain, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
All right. Well, you can catch me all over the social medias being an ass goblin as usual, having fun and offending people or upsetting people over silly things. You'll probably catch me playing some video games this weekend, hopefully. Fingers crossed, although it is Mother's Day weekend here in the States, so we're going to see how that goes. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Depending on how the projects upstairs go with like real life, we'll see how that goes. But if you see me online, if you want to play some games, feel free to reach out. Shoot me a message on Xbox. It's Silent Cypher everywhere. I'll have some more TikToks coming, and as I mentioned last week, I've got a new microphone that I'm trying to mess around with that has a learning curve that I'm working on learning. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. It's been great. And yes, Cozy, I am a fake gamer. Damn it. You
man.
better believe it. Buckle up for the reality. The hard truth. But no,
Man.
seriously, thank you.
Oh man, and where
Can I interrupt you
find-
again, Louis?
Okay. Yes,
Go ahead. You're good.
Chat on the plane. I mean, if we want to sit here and chat, I mean, I can just cross my legs and chat all night if you guys want to. I done it in the
Go.
morning. All right.
Go.
Where can you find the crazy one? You can find him on Twitter X. Doing what I do, just hanging out eating popcorn, because lately that's all I've been doing, just eating popcorn, because I see a lot of people ranting and fighting, and I just eat popcorn nowadays. Sometimes I put a picture, just to have fun. You can find me at Crazy Louis Good Mornings, Mondays through Saturday. I haven't actually fitted the time though, but listen, when you see that thing pop up on Twitter, just join. Come have fun with me. I mean, sit here, chat, hang out with the chat, have a lot of fun. That's what we do every morning, just talk about what's going on in the gaming world. You can also find me in the Xbox Factor podcast on Tuesdays, over there, the Dolberg Gaming YouTube channel on Tuesdays, and like always here on the Xbox International podcast at 7 p.m. ET with Sourblow, Silent Cypher, and the Big Plume. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And remember, let's go, let's rock, and let's get crazy. Yes, see you all next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off this live stream. On behalf of Xbox International, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you aboard next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.